All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
Welcome to the Christmas edition of the Ninja A-League Highlight Show. First up, the Melbourne Derby between City and Victory at Amy Park. Michael Matuchani made 2 changes to the team that lost to Canberra United in their last outing, as Chinaza Uchendu and Aideen Keane were added to the run-on side. Victory coach Jeff Hopkins retained the same starting 11 that won 3-1 in Newcastle last time out. City led the head-to-head count at 10 wins to 8 going into this fixture, with Victory's last derby success coming back in April 2023.
Given away here by Morrison, and return with interest! Up goes Newbon, able to deny Leah Davidson. Victory, their own worst enemy, inviting on the pressure. Newbon not taking any risks. Now McKenna, Uchendu. Policina sticks her foot in. Now McKenna shooting on sight. Lands it on the roof of the net. Courtney Newbon getting acquainted with her left-hand post for a second time in this game as Melbourne City try their luck from distance. But this is promising. Policina able to turn. Policina! It had to be! Rihanna Policina comes back to haunt Melbourne City and scores in Victory Blue in the derby. Straight over to Jeff Hopkins to say thank you. Thank you for bringing me to victory. Keane. Able to breeze past Janchevsky. Can she keep it in? Well, is that in for an own goal? It stayed in. Victory can't believe it. Well, you can't switch off in this caper, and players who thought it may have run beyond the byline instead have to contemplate a Melbourne City equaliser. And now the derby is anyone's. Can they seize on the momentum here? Aideen Keane will be fired up after providing the assist. And here's Holly McNamara. It's McNamara! And that could have been a derby 180 in 60 seconds. Deflected to Pickett, early ball. Furphy off and running. Kennedy White sprinting in the middle. Furphy cuts it across. And at the end of the chain, Sophia Sakalis did get to the shot. But it goes high and wide. Here's Apostolakis flashing over to Keane. Aideen Keane into the box. Couldn't resist the urge to shoot. And it slides across the face in the end. No shielding the eyes from the sun anymore. The shadows are long enough. McKenna. It's a low, scuffed free kick. It might work out delightfully! Holly McNamara! Magic from the Mac, and Melbourne City have turned around a derby deficit to lead. It's 3 points waiting under the Christmas tree for Melbourne City. A come-from-behind derby win. Their superstar, Holly McNamara, takes the plaudits for the match-winning goal. And it's disappointment for Rihanna Policina. May have opened the scoring against her former side, but it's a City comeback. That is the story of Melbourne Derby number 23. Melbourne City 2, Melbourne Victory 1.
At Cooper Stadium, it was desperation stakes as Adelaide United took on Western Sydney Wanderers. Both teams had just a solitary win, each going into this clash. The Reds were without regular goalkeeper Claudia Jenkins. She was replaced by 17-year-old Alona Malag, who made just her second Ninja A-League start between the sticks. Fiona Wirtz and Isabel Hodgson returned to the matchday squad via the bench. Wanderers coach Jeff Abrahams made 2 changes to the team that lost to the Mariners at home 2 weeks ago. Talia Younis and Wag Ying were brought into the starting 11 as the visitors attempted to break a 7-game losing streak against the host.
Plays it towards Taranto. Condon. Up the body, looking for a chance to cross. Instead, drills it low. Adriana Taranto, and in! And the drought breaks for Adelaide United. And it comes from a rare but delighted source. Emily Hodson turns it in for the opener at Cooper Stadium. Adelaide United score first. Condon and Taranto link up again. Emily Condon. Clever pass. Paige Zoyce will hit it this time! Oh, what a goal! Paige Zoyce announces herself to Adelaide United with a perler. And this one is a special one from their new midfielder. Lovely disguised pass. Brilliant turn from Erin Healy. Oh, this is wonderful! What a goal! The Reds running riot. And Erin Healy is on the board against the Wanderers again. Was a special one, but this is quality in its own right. Beautiful turn, lovely nutmeg, great finish. Balls at the feet of Amy Harrison. Chance for the Wanderers to transition through the halftime substitute. The fresh legs of Alyssa Rungsard going for it early. Oh, and scoring! Instant impact from the substitute. And 17-year-old Alyssa Rungsard has her first goal in the Ninja A-League. And Healy not quite on the same wavelength, but at the back post, on the far side, Emily Hodson was well alert. And she knocks it into the middle. With Chelsea Dorber, who can only put it straight down the middle. Miscommunication in the Wanderers' backline this time. Affords the football to Wirtz, and the first time shot is fantastic! And the drought breaks for Chelsea Dorber. A fine fourth for the Reds. Just to pull them back into a game, to give them a lifeline as Matos drives the ball in, and they find one! And it's a special one for Chloe Berryhill. The Matilda makes her mark. She might be straight on set-piece duties. She leaves it for Paige Zoyce, who bends it in wonderfully. Healy's there! And Healy's at the double. A fifth goal for a five-star Reds display in attack. The Reds return to the winner's circle with a statement showing 5 goals on the board in front of a very happy Coopers faithful. Erin Healy scoring 2 in an impressive 3-goal win for Adelaide United at home, who end 2025 with a much-needed win. Just the second of Theo Siunis's tenure, and so many of them were top-notch. Paige Zoyce scored a cracker from outside the box. Erin Healy, Chelsea Dorber getting in on the act, as well as Emily Hodson, who got things going. So much to like about a much-needed win for Adelaide United in front of their home crowd. Roll on 2026. Adelaide United look like they may well be back in the Ninja A-League. The full-time score from Coopers: Adelaide United 5, Western Sydney Wanderers 2.
At number 2 Sports Ground in Newcastle, high-flying Canberra United were looking to extend its 5-game unbeaten streak. Lauren Allen returned to the Jets' run-on side, replacing Kelly Brown, who dropped to the bench, and captain Cass Davis was unavailable due to a heel problem. She was replaced by Sophie Hoban in midfield. Elizabeth Copus-Brown wore the captain's armband. Canberra United made just one change to the team that drew against the Mariners last weekend. Defender Tegan Bertolicio replaced Jasmine Wadlow, who was relegated to the bench.
So the first shout, bit of defensive work for Canberra, nodded away well by Michelle Heyman at the near post. Still with Newcastle, the second re-entry has some good shape about it and is threatening the far post. Canberra now just trying to find a way out. Did that one just squeak over the line? Linesman says otherwise. That's a nice pass to release. Hayley Taylor-Young has a bit of time on the left boot. Well, nice expansive play from Canberra United that can stretch the field. Josie Allen has looked really busy every time she's gotten on the ball. Here she is again, and she keeps her feet, does really well, Allen. The cutback is tidy, and Melina Ayres. Oh, she's so capable from those areas. That's a really good chance for Newcastle that's gone begging. Again, Canberra comes through, and it's Hawkins cutting in on her right. Goes for the strike herself, and that's good goalkeeping. ALeague. Again, alert to the danger. Position well. Olasino glances forward, has Taylor Young. Stretches into space, retreating is Allen. Taylor Young cuts back in on the right. Centering ball, finds Gordon, swings onto her right foot, does get a nice strike away off the woodwork. It had ALeague beat on that occasion, the best chance. Early, searching ball over, trying to test that of ALeague, who was retreating. Canberra with decent numbers forward. Here's Stanich Floody, the substitute. Centering ball to Grove, who's first to arrive. If she can cut it back to Heyman, who just needs to place it. Oh, it's good industry by Sasha Grove, and Heyman can only look to the heavens asking for an answer. There's 1 minute to play. That was a good chance for Canberra. Thinks about the strike herself. Stanich Floody, it opens up really nice, but that is a big, important hand from ALeague.
Oh, Paul, sorry.
Looks to get the strike away, and oh, that's close. Two on two if Jets can get there first, but they can't. Nice little innovative touch. Dale bears down on goal. Lead with one more job to do, but it won't be. Canberra United in the dying moments in a game that just felt like a goal was never going to be found. Full time at number 2 Sports Ground. Canberra United go 6 games undefeated, back to winning ways, and it took 93 minutes for a goal to be found. An afternoon that felt as though it would end in a draw. Neither side able to break the deadlock until the very final stages. And Sienna Dale, that speed, a bit of innovation from Stanich Floody. And I tell you, that makes for a much happier bus ride back down to Canberra. 3 points in the bag. Newcastle have lost 2 in a row, full time at number 2 Sports Ground. It's Newcastle Jets 0, Canberra United 1.
There was another grand final rematch on offer in Gosford as the Mariners hosted Melbourne Victory for the second time this season. Jeff Hopkins' side won their round 3 match courtesy of a Rihanna Policina strike. There were no changes to the Mariners side that drew against Canberra United last time out, with Isabel Gomez and Annalise Rasmussen leading the line. For Victory, there was just one change to the team that went down in the Melbourne Derby. Grace Maher returned to the starting 11 as former Mariner Taylor Ray dropped back to the substitutes bench.
Mariners have won the throw, taken quickly. Gomez into midfield, shot from distance. Oh my goodness! That is extraordinary from Peter Trevis. Well, she barely had a touch all game, and as soon as she gets the ball at her feet, she produces magic. And here comes the Victory again. Policina trying to make things happen. Ball in behind for Furphy. Holly Furphy cutting inside. The strike off the crossbar. An opportunity on the follow-up perhaps is cleared away. Furphy coming so close to her first goal of the season. And on the back again of good work from Policino.
Just not coming off today.
Trimmers intercepts. First time ball. Rasmussen in behind. Rasmussen makes it 2 for the Mariners. They are looking unstoppable at home. They double their advantage. Martin thrown into the penalty area. Gomez can't win out. Hooligan though read the play well. Annabelle Martin against Janchevsky, gets past Janchevsky. Martin, the cutback, the shot, and it's 3. Annalise Rasmussen on the spot once again. The Mariners are running away with this one. It's great work from Silvesca, and it's Policina in space. Mariana Policina tucks it away. Surely nothing more than consolation at this stage, but that is reward for what has been an industrious game. Janchevsky towards the back post. It's back in play, and an opportunity. Well, maybe it is game on. Sophia Sakalis on the volley. 3 minutes remaining. Can Melbourne Victory do the unthinkable? Wow.
Well, can you imagine the nerves now out there for the Mariners? This is danger time.
Oh, now in behind, it's Ella O'Grady. Ella O'Grady in behind. Oh my goodness! It is a Christmas miracle in Gosford. 3 goals down in stoppage time, and Melbourne Victory have equalised.
Have we ever seen anything like this?
Well, the Central Coast Mariners were 3-0 up at the start of stoppage time, and 3 minutes later, it was 3-3. Melbourne Victory have pulled off one of the most remarkable rescue missions you will ever see. 3-3, it ends in Gosford. The Central Coast Mariners shell-shocked. You have to say, this has been peak dub. It does not get any more remarkable than this. A grand final rematch for the ages. Ella O'Grady scoring the final goal to level things. The Mariners still furious, but they will have to live with a point. Full time in Gosford. It is the Central Coast Mariners 3, Melbourne Victory 3.
Finally to Amy Park, where Melbourne City played their second match in 5 days as Perth Glory rolled into town. The home side were unchanged from their come-from-behind derby win against Victory. Perth, meanwhile, made 2 changes to their starting side that defeated Adelaide United in their last outing. Susan Fonson-Cam and Emma Tova replaced Gabby Holler and Clancy Westway, who both dropped back to the bench. A third straight win for Perth would catapult them into the top 6.
Now it's the Glory in transition. Tian McKenna up to Badawia. Roll of Badawia, perhaps has Bronte True to aim for. Still Badawia, the ball across, defended away just about, no! So close. The ball came back to her almost perfectly. Here's McNamara in space. Holly McNamara to open it for City. And just like that, for all of Glory's pressure, it is Holly McNamara yet again who makes no mistake. Lovely touch from Apostolakis. Morrissey out to it smartly. Uchendu on the follow-up. Can't get the right connection. McKenna under pressure. Uchendu winning out to Davidson. Davidson on to McNamara. There was only ever going to be one result when Holly McNamara got the ball at her feet there just before the break. City 2 goals to the good. Here come the Glory. Johnston will reel that one in across the face of goal. Perth Glory have one back. Bronte True at the back post. Great endeavour from Grace Johnston to make the goal. McNamara into Buttress. Danny Buttress put on a platter by McNamara.
This is where Perth, Cassidy losing possession to McNamara, deep in their half.
Dalton's delivery into the mix. Ramirez forced to come out and punch. Now City once again in transition. McNamara, great first touch. McNamara, fantastic second. What a goal. Holly McNamara completes her hat-trick. Melbourne City regain their 2-goal advantage, and aren't the home fans happy? Here's 18 Keane for City. Keane up against Zog, beats Zog. Still Keane, up against Johnston, now Keane.
That's a great run from 18 Keane.
Here's Johnston. Long ball over the top. It's come out for Holler. She had to hit the target, Gabby Holler, if the Glory were getting back in this game. Well, that is full time at Amy Park. It is Melbourne City who are victorious. A Holly McNamara special, a hat-trick from the Matilda and a hat-trick of assists from Leah Davidson as well, who put on a show out there. Full time, it is Melbourne City 3, Perth Glory 1.
Holly McNamara's hat-trick lifted Melbourne City into 3rd place on the Ninja A-League ladder. They were 4 points behind leaders Canberra United, but have plenty of games in hand due to their involvement in the Asian Champions League. The Reds' win against the Wanderers has left Western Sydney anchored to the foot of the table. Join us again next week for another exhilarating edition as the Mariners take on Raw in a marquee New Year's Eve fixture. Until then, it's goodbye.